First out the gate, of course, it's the story that has everybody talking. Not Michigan, not NFL. Of course, we're talking about the start of the college basketball season. It's week 1, and Tony, the action is already heating up, isn't it?
Absolutely. Every night I've been watching every single game and closely studying all the box scores. And that's because I know everyone's eager to hear our take on all the exciting matchups like Villanova versus Lemoyne College and, of course, the clash between Mercer and Morehead State. I mean, what a performance by Morehead State's D. Tellwell and Mercer's Jay McCreary. So much to say, but unfortunately, we do have to cover other stories.
Absolutely. So much to dig into, Tony, but we got to get to another top story. Some very interesting and somewhat promising comments from the Dallas Cowboys this week.
Yeah.
You know, after they blew out the Giants and total bust Tommy DeVito by a score of 49-17, Dallas wide receiver CeeDee Lamb said, quote, "We're hitting our stride. This past month, as you can tell, we've been on a roll." And Tony, this is actually a positive step forward for the Cowboys, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, most teams would only say they're on a roll when they're on a 4 or 5 game win streak. But the Cowboys are doing it when they're on a 1 game win streak. Yep. This is a good step forward. It shows they're finally accepting more realistic expectations for their mediocre and all-around pathetic organization. And I think that's a good thing.
Very fair and balanced analysis there, Tony. And, you know, this week, the Cowboys have a very tough matchup ahead of them, facing the equally formidable Carolina Panthers. And, you know, this just looks like a tough one all around for the Cowboys, especially when you compare Bryce Young's stats to Dak's stats. Isn't that right, Tony?
100%. You know, people think you should compare stats from this current season. But how can you? This season is still going. It's not a full season. That's why you should always compare stats from the previous season. And when you do that, you'll see Bryce Young has the clear statistical edge over Dak Prescott in every major statistical category.
Such terrific analysis there, Tony. And now to another big story rocking the NFL. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson out for the season with a shoulder injury. And Tony, you know, when you break it down, this is a very unusual situation we have right here, don't we?
Absolutely. You know, usually when a player undergoes surgery, I'm most concerned for the player. But in this case, I'm most concerned for the doctor. We know that whenever Deshaun Watson is nude and stretched out on a table, terrible things tend to happen. So in my medical opinion, I recommend using extra anesthesia and possibly a straitjacket just to ensure the operation goes according to plan and everyone comes out unscathed.
Terrific medical analysis there, Tony. And on that same subject, you know, videos have been circulating of Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers seemingly walking around perfectly fine, even though he injured his Achilles 2 months ago. Now, there's as many people out there claiming that Aaron Rodgers never injured his Achilles, and it's all part of a vast cover-up. Now, some people say, well, there's zero evidence to back this up, but those people don't get it, do they, Tony?
No. These stupid people keep asking for proof that Aaron Rodgers didn't injure his Achilles. People, the proof is that there is no proof. That's why it's a cover-up. If they just showed you all the proof, then it wouldn't be a cover-up, would it?
No.
Sure, maybe you can go ask a doctor for his so-called medical expertise. But we all know that when it comes to medicine, the last person you can trust is a doctor.
So absolutely well said, Tony. And now to college football and the scandal that continues to rock the nation. Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh under fire over allegations that his team stole signs from opponents. Now, this weekend after the Wolverines beat Penn State, he said it was a win for America. And that the Wolverines are now America's team. And we couldn't agree more, could we, Tony?
100%. Michigan is truly America's team now. If you don't understand why, then you're forgetting our history. The only reason America even started was because Paul Bunyan stole signs. He saw the lights and knew the bombings were about to happen. And that's why he was able to warn everybody. If he didn't steal those signs, America would have still been owned by King Henry, and we'd be talking about soccer right now. And that would have been a travesty for everybody. So that's why it's important for people out there to remember their history.
Such a terrific lesson for everyone out there, especially the children.
Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
you
If it
kidding
isn't
me?
a real Thanksgiving turkey in human
Yeah.
form.
Yeah, producer Jay,
What do you want?
want?
Corrections.
What?
What? Hurry up.
When you were comparing Bryce Young to Dak Prescott, you showed Bryce Young's stats from last season.
So?
Yes, so?
He was in college. Of course his stats would be better in college than in the pros.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know which pro has great stats? The hitman I hired to kill you.
Yeah, I saw your stats from college. Laid 0 times. Boom! You're done. Let's
Great-
get out of
No,
here.
no,
We're done.
great
Let's
one,
go.
Tony.
No.
What? What do you want?
You called Giants QB Tommy DeVito a total bust.
Yeah, he sucks.
Sucks, bro.
Yup.
He was undrafted. You can't say someone who is undrafted is a bust.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what I also can't say is a bust? Your mom's chest.
Yeah, and you know who else is gonna get drafted? You, after I fart in your face. Oh,
great
you're
one,
done.
Tony.
Yeah, let's
No.
get out of here. That's
No,
it.
no.
What?
What? Hurry up.
You said the historical figure who stole signs from the British was Paul Bunyan.
Yeah, bro.
American hero, bro.
Yeah.
No, you're confusing him with Paul Revere. Paul Bunyan is a fictional character, not a historical figure.
Oh, yeah, well, you're gonna be a historical figure after I murder you.
Yeah. The next Paul you're gonna see is the pallbearer at your funeral. Oh,
Great
he's
one,
done.
Tony.